Got a new toy to work with, something I've been working on for the last couple months. I know I've been kind of inactive from the forums and stuff like that, but I got me a Kawasaki Bayou 300 two-wheel drive ATV. Since I got it about the 4th of June, I've did 2 oil changes. And on the Kawasaki's, here's your sight glass. It's on a hillside, so it's not going to be right, but you got 2 markers. Your oil should be somewhere in between the 2 little markers on the sight glass. And you got 2 bolts here, and that's what it's got a cover there with an O-ring. Make sure you clean that very good. The filter from Fram is CH6070, and it's just a cartridge style filter. You'll have a tube that comes from the engine itself out and connects in here. That's what holds the cartridge in place. One end will fit in the, it's got a small end and a large end. One end will fit one way, turn it around, it will not fit, so it's only able to go in one way and actually get the cover to fit on. But the cover is this little finned area right here. 2 bolts comes off, got an O-ring. Replace it, clean it with brake cleaner or carb cleaner, something like that, and then use clean oil to go around your O-ring, fit it in, you're good to go. Personally, I've used 75-90 weight oil for my differential fluid. The engine oil takes 1.7 quarts. The differential takes 9 ounces. And actually, this is the stuff I bought right here. This is what I've been using. It's Mobile 1 synthetic. It's 4 limited slip rear ends. 75-90. It's fully synthetic, so it lasts longer. A little more care for those bearings and stuff. And it was like $9 9 something a bottle for a quart. So a quart will do roughly 3 differential fluid changes. Since I've had it, swapped out the busted tail light for an LED brake light off of a trailer. Extremely bright after dark. Also have a 12-volt outlet I put on here to charge phones and stuff. This is my phone cover right here. It's waterproof. It's like $5 at Walmart. And it looks stupid, I know, but I use pool noodles to help my paint so I don't scar it up. But if anyone rides, they don't get a sore butt. The fuel gauge here didn't work, and the plastic had corroded and just lifted up, so it came off one day out riding. Sloshed fuel off onto me, which is not fun. And I just took a bolt, cleaned it, the threads, put super glue around the threads, popped it in, and then put 2 layers of super glue around that. And so far, it's been ran, and it's apparently not gas soluble. So that's fixed. Put a CB on there with antenna. It's a 4-foot Firestik II. And I put a winch on the front. It's like $80 from Walmart. And that's about it, other than putting two new tires on the back. And I put new gas line. Got the clear stuff so I could actually see. But other than that, everything is fused. One note I did do specifically, the barrel fuses. It's a 30 amp fuse that runs the starter. Oddly enough, you have a pull start, but if you do not have that fuse, it's a white wire with a barrel fuse on a stock setup. And if you do not have that fuse, it will not start and run. It just cuts power to everything. So what I did, after one popped and another one almost burnt up on me, I cut the wires and put a 30 amp inline blade fuse, so it's just the same as if I had fuses for a pickup. These are my dry boxes. I have extra tools, zip ties, tire kit, and this one here, I can't remember what I've got in here. I know I've got an air compressor somewhere. There it is. Ratchet straps, marker tape for marking trails, dry paper towels, and you never know when you need them. Just used my jumper cables here, so those will be going back into this box. short of a spare tire, I've got everything I need to get off of the trail, which that's a new addition coming soon. Is I will be putting a spare tire on the front. It'll probably go like right here. I'll put a little bit of ballast weight up front so I don't have to worry about it rearing up and flipping over. But the way I mount the winch here, I wanted to touch on that. It's a 12-volt system, 1,500-pound test limit on it. I took a piece of 1/8-inch plate steel. I paid like 25 cents a pound for it at the junkyard. Cut it so it fit, and it's supposed to have another one here, but I had to take it off and I didn't get to put this one on, but still it doesn't move. But I used engine exhaust hangers, the U-bolts and nuts, and put washers on it, and that goes around the bars, and it's supposed to have one down here, so whenever you use the winch, it just pulls on everything. And I used a grease needle and greased my tie rod ends and ball joints on the front because they're a non-serviceable item, but yet I serviced them by putting extra grease in there. Just an overview real quick, show you guys what I've did to it. Going to have a little more work to come. I'm going to put new tires on the front. Just kind of wanted to go over it. Two things I'll be doing really soon is adding foot guards right here because I almost broke my leg a while back. While I'm riding, my boots have a very high heel, so it means that my foot kind of lays down like that. Now it was going kind of around a curve, and it was only like first gear, but my toe of my boot grabbed a rock that my front wheels had missed, and it just kept pulling me down. When I got done, got the thing stopped, my left leg was up here and my right leg was on the ground, and yeah, I almost broke a leg, so that's going to be a new thing. And I'm going to have to put a new exhaust on it. You can see it's pretty, yeah, it's got a hole, it's gone, there's no repairing that, so I'll fix that soon. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's going to have a little bit of new exhaust on it. I've checked the plug on it. It seems to be good. I painted it flat black with adhesion promoter. You can see where it's kind of, with use, it's scraping off, but it's held up extremely well on the trails. Just some lime green engine enamel actually was what I used. Also on my CB antenna, there's a gap, but I put Gorilla Tape there just so it has something that when it comes back on the trails and hits, it's not going to wear a spot of the paint out and then ground out in case I key up and don't want to fry a radio or something. But yeah, other than that, it's a pretty nifty little unit. I've put well over 500 miles on it so far. And other than the fuse issue, that's about it. Runs my little Cobra 19 very well. I just have it zip tied down to the little basket I've been using. Going to be tucking all the wires up very soon. This is just a temporary thing. Like I said, I love the pull start in case the starter goes out. I'm not stranded. We'll be doing a couple more videos, stuff like that. One more thing I'd like to note, I did flush and clean everything out. My brake fluid here, it was orange. The whole reservoir was orange from rust. Flushed it, completely drained it out, took the bleeder screws out of the front, cleaned them, made sure I could put air through them, put them back in, and then I took and wiped this out with a paper towel and got all the orange stuff out and just kept flushing and flushing and flushing, and then I finally got all the orange crap out of the lines. So now it stops on a dime with just the front brakes. I mean, it's got front disc hydraulics, rear cable drum brakes like on a go-kart, but just the front brakes alone is more than enough to stop this thing from wide open. Additionally, everything on its fuse, by the way, blade fuses are amazing. Those inline fuse holders, it has the fuse in it already. 15 amp fuse for my running lights. 2 amp barrel fuse here for my CB, and it's got a 15 amp fuse back here under the seat for my 12-volt outlet. And this just ran into the my brake lights actually just ran into the wiring, so it's covered with the stock amp wire, fuse, whatever that be. But yeah, just a quick overview of the ATV I bought. Paid $650 for it, $160 in tires, roughly $45 in oil changes and differential fluid. Like I said, well over 500 miles, and it has yet to have an issue running. Starts and goes every time. So Kawasaki for the win. You guys have a good day.